Hi, this is Melanie of Pardesi Reviews, and I'm here to do a review of the Malayalam film Bhramam, a remake of the Hindi smash hit Andhadan. If you're new to Pardesi Reviews, I do trailer reactions and film reviews of Indian cinema. So, Andhadan was a sensation 2 years ago and had an exceptional script, a really interesting black comedy thriller starring Ayushmann Khurrana and Tabu, written and directed by Sriram Raghavan. It was so different, and I didn't know what was going to happen next from moment to moment. It was such a success that immediately remakes in other languages were announced. And this film, Bhramam, first, I have to thank the filmmakers. The producers of the film allowed me to see this film. It is on Amazon Prime in India, and I think it's releasing in some theaters in Canada and US, but nothing anywhere near me. So thank you for allowing me to see this film. I saw Andhadan 2 years ago, and I didn't rewatch it before I saw Bhramam. And so I sort of remembered the plot, right? Like, not every detail. Of course, as I was watching it, things came back. The director doing this adaptation for Malayalam cinema is Ravi K. Chandran, who has been a cinematographer in many of my favorite films, and in Hindi and in Tamil and other languages. So, but I have never seen a film that he has directed. The opening shot of this film is in the forest, and Tom Shine Chaco has a little cameo as a hunter of a boar. But anyway, the image of the forest and the opening shot, I'm like, okay, I am in the hands of a master cinematographer. It was so gorgeous. And there were several little, I wouldn't say, there were several little shots that were just made more interesting. There was one particular shot where we see some people at a table, but the person opposite to them we see actually in a mirror. I really loved that shot. Like just notes of stained glass reflecting on a scene, or stained glass in a window reflecting. There were little flourishes like that I really enjoyed. Now, the main thing here is the casting. For me, because the plot is basically the same. It was tweaked a little bit, but I'm not so familiar with it to remember exactly what might have been slightly different. However, I felt like the pacing just zipped right along. So I can't even really put my finger on, was there something missing to make it feel a little bit speeded up? I actually looked up the runtime of the original. Andhadan was 2 hours and 19 minutes, and this was like 2 hours and 14 minutes or something. So, I mean, they're in the same ballpark. There couldn't be something majorly that's different, but somehow, like a little shaving here and there just made the pacing feel really good, just in a improved, quicker pace kind of way. Now, for me, I felt like Prithviraj is just such a superior actor. I mean, Ayushmann Khurrana, I enjoy him. He's great in comedy. It was fun seeing him in Andhadan, but it was more delicious for me to see Prithviraj in this role. I don't know. He just brings a little bit more to the table, and just his range, and to be bald about it, like his sexiness, the sexy factor to it. I don't know. I just really enjoyed him in this part, and I felt like he was really relishing doing this part. Now, Mamta Mohandas, fine actress. I enjoyed her in this, but I have to say she's no Tabu. Like, Tabu slayed in the original Andhadan. It was so crazy. She was just so crazy good, and so it was so delicious to watch her really sink her teeth into that part and just be so, yeah. So, like, I'm sorry, you're like measuring up against Tabu. I'm sorry, you're like not quite there, but I felt like everybody else was super solid in their parts. I didn't have the same nostalgia feeling of seeing Shankar be the aging star of yesteryear, and of course they put in actual film clips that he's watching on YouTube of his actual films and using music from his actual film songs and so forth. So like, I didn't have the nostalgia factor, but that was probably super fun for Malayalam audiences in Kerala. So overall, I think this was definitely worth seeing, definitely a super fun and better in some ways than the original. Now, okay, what I can't get away from is my film experience knowing the plot, because that was what was so delicious about Andadan, is that I literally didn't know where we were going to go from one moment to the next, what crazy thing was going to happen next. And when you know all the things that are coming, like, okay, I'm not going to spoil it, but like, okay, and this is happening, and okay, now, I just didn't have that same feeling that I did watching the original, but it was still so enjoyable. It just wasn't the, oh my God, what is this writer going to give me next? Kind of a feeling. And so I'm jealous for anyone who did not see Andadan and is seeing this story for the first time as Bhramam. I bet you really, really enjoyed it. Rakes did the subtitles, which was, for something with complicated dialogue and whatever, it's snappy dialogue like this one had, I really appreciated that it was Rakes in charge of making all the puns and everything in English. Jakes Bajoy did the music for this film, and it's an integral thing because Prithviraj's character is a blind piano player, and so music there's a couple of very nice just songs that Prithviraj lip synced, but I overall really enjoyed the music in this film. All right, let me know what you thought in the comments below. Follow me on Twitter at PardeziYT. Follow me on Instagram at Pardesi Reviews, and like and share here. Hit the bell here and you'll never miss another trailer action or film review.